Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. We'll just give everyone a few minutes to get in and get settled, and we'll get started. Okay. All right, looks good. So we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody, to the Coursera Illinois Tech webinar, doing the deep dive on our Master of Business Administration, or MBA for short. Just some quick housekeeping. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please do drop them into the Q&A function. We will be answering them throughout the presentation, as well as saving some for the Q&A for the end of this session. All right, so without further ado, I'd like to just do a quick overview of the session today. First, I will be introducing myself and the panelists today. Then we'll do the deep dive on the program itself, and then I will hand it over to my colleague within Coursera to talk about Coursera. And then, of course, we will have Q&A at the end. Okay, so to introduce myself first, I am Paige Wolf. I am the Senior Assistant Director of Graduate Admissions here at Illinois Tech. My role within Coursera is I'm around for any questions for the Coursera team or for Coursera students. I help with any registration issues, and I'm around to answer any questions about Illinois Tech in general. I will now hand it to Professor Aramilli to introduce himself.
Thank you, Paige. Greetings, everyone. My name is Krishna Aramilli. I'm a professor here at Illinois Tech Stewart School of Business. I teach a couple of those courses in the Coursera MBA program. And I have these responsibilities as the director of the MBA program, as well as currently I'm serving even as the interim dean, as we are in between deans. So I look forward to talking to all of you and sharing with you information about our MBA program. Thank you so much for participating.
And I'll now hand it over to Ada.
Thank you much. I'm Ada Rodriguez. I'm an enrollment counselor with Coursera. My role is to assist learners in their, discovery journey, discussing any questions about the program, enrollment processes in general, to confirm this is the right program for you, and be there to support you every step of the way. So I appreciate everyone's attendance. Welcome.
Thank you very much. So now I'll just take some time to talk about Illinois Tech in general. So Illinois Tech, or Illinois Institute of Technology, is our full name. We are a very well-ranked university on both the national and regional level. We are among the top 100 universities in the US, according to the US News and World Report. And the Wall Street Journal very recently ranked us number 23 on its list of best colleges, which is very exciting. And then we are also number 1 in Illinois, which is also very exciting. So beyond the quality of the education you can expect from Illinois Tech, you can also see that our education prepares you to go on to achieve big things in terms of both earnings potential and employment rates. So we are Chicago's only technology-focused university in the city of Chicago. We have 2 main campuses, one of which is in just south of downtown, near kind of the Chinatown, across the street from the Sox Stadium. And then we also have our downtown campus, which holds the law school and the Stewart School of Business. And our downtown campus is just right smack in the middle of this emerging tech hub within the West Loop and the city's business district. So you'll be connected to a lot of different opportunities. We also, since our founding in 1890, we're focused on providing you with an active learning experience. So our faculty, which have many awards in their field and are both nationally and internationally recognized, are committed to providing you with an education that is rooted in creation and innovation. So, and as a result, a lot of our graduates have gone on to make big, big contributions to human history. We've had graduates that focused on making the cell phone. They were involved in making the Mars rover, building skyscrapers, including some within the Chicago skyline, as well as the Alexa. So as you can see, we have great students, and we want you to be among those. We are also a big engine of opportunity to make sure that you have the best value on your degree. So, for example, the Brookings Institute has ranked us #1 in the Chicago region for occupational earnings power, and Forbes has ranked us in the top 25 STEM colleges in the nation. So very exciting. We are also a research institute. We have about 25 campus lab centers, and within those, both students and faculty and staff are making big contributions to research, including in the areas of health and wellness, social justice, urban futures, energy and sustainability, energy, data, computation, you name it. And you are absolutely free to take a look at what we're doing. So if you follow that QR code, you can take a look at our research page and seeing what we're up to. And also, this is the probably the most interesting part of this presentation. So we have been, or I should say our Career Services Center has been gathering data of all of our graduates from the last like 4 or 5 years and just seeing where they ended up after graduation. So this is the data from, it looks like from class of 2022, and seeing from our Stewart School of Business. And as you can see, they have, it looks like a 95% placement rate. They got full-time employment within 6 months of graduation, which is huge and exciting and wonderful. And you can also see that our top 20 employers, some of which are big, Fortune 500 companies, startups, or whatever is interesting to you. And you can also see that they have quite the big starting salaries, which, only goes up from there, doesn't it? And this is also available on our website to play around with. So I encourage you to go take a look and either drilling down to a specific major or seeing the whole university's placement rate. All right. And without further ado, I will now pass it over to Professor Aramilli to talk about the MBA.
Thank you, Paige. Once again, welcome everyone to this webinar. You heard from Paige about the university. Broadly speaking, the university, Illinois Tech, has 8 or 9 different colleges, different schools. One of them is the business school. We call it the Stewart School of Business. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about the business school, and then we'll get into a deep dive of the MBA program, which is offered within the business school. It's interesting. You heard Paige say that we have been around for almost 135 years as a university. And the business education itself is 125 years old at Illinois Tech. We were offering courses in home economics and courses similar to that way back in the early 1900s, late 1800s. So we have been around for a while. The Stewart School of Business itself was established about 60 years ago. Now, right from the start, because we were a business school within a technology university, our focus has always been technology. So I like to call our business school as a tech-focused business school. And our mission is bridging business and technology. That is our tagline. We proudly display that all over the school, all over the web. If you can go to our website, and you'll see that bridging business and technology is a big deal. That is what we live for. Our focus in the business school is to train business students to excel in organizations wherein technology plays a paramount role. Okay? Now, 25, 30 years ago, there are a limited number of organizations wherein technology played a paramount role, but today it's become mainstream in the 21st century with all the digital transformation that is undergoing, and we are in the fourth industrial revolution. So technology has now moved center stage, and regardless of whether you are an accountant or a marketing a person or an operations person or a finance a person, you have to understand technology. You have to know how to leverage technology to make your organization successful. We are very fortunate in this 21st century business environment where technology plays such a pivotal role. We are occupying that sweet spot where business and technology intersect, and we train our students for the future business roles. Our distinctive competencies are data analytics. This is a huge part of our student population. We have a lot of students here pursuing degrees in data analytics. We have a number of data analytics degrees, both at the undergraduate level, at the master's level, and at the PhD level. We are also very strong in finance, but not corporate finance or a generic finance, but much more specializing in quantitative finance and fintech. This is our bread and butter. And we were the first business school in the whole world to launch a graduate degree in quantitative finance. So we are very proud of that fact. And the management, we offer both degrees in business management, private sector management, as well as public sector management. But regardless of which management program you're pursuing, it'll be a very tech-focused management program. We spend a lot of time understanding the challenges that in a technology-driven industry, and then discuss the management problems that arise from that. And then, of course, we show you how to identify, analyze, and solve business problems in such an environment. Next slide, please. You must be all wondering how well accredited we are, and worry no more. We are accredited by the best accreditation body in the whole world. It's called the AACSB International. AACSB stands for Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business. It's based in the US, but it is the gold standard of business school accreditation globally. Every single business school around the world tries to get accreditation, but most of these schools fail to get the accreditation because this is a very, very tough accreditation standard to reach. Less than 6% of all business schools worldwide have received this accreditation. We are part of that. So we are in the top 6% of business schools around the world from that point of view. Next slide, please. Now, we have a number of graduate programs at Stewart for us, we have about 30 full-time faculty, another 20 industry professors or adjunct faculty. So and we have about 1,400 students in the school. It's a relatively small school. We like to call ourselves as a specialty store or a boutique rather than a big box retailer of business education. Having said that, it is really amazing that we have been able to offer so many graduate programs. Of course, we have the MBA, which is the star, which is the biggest program in our school. And we have a regular business MBA program, a business administration program or MBA program that we offer on Coursera, which is what we are discussing right now. We also have a couple of on-campus programs, MBA in business analytics, MBA in quantitative finance. These are all offered in person on our campus. And then we have a slew of master's programs, including MS Finance, Financial Economics, Management, Management Science and Analytics, Marketing Analytics, Project Management, and MS in Project Management, a Public Administration program, Public Administration Analytics program, Sustainability Analytics and Management program, and an MS program in Technological Entrepreneurship. We also have a vibrant doctoral program. We offer two types of doctoral programs, PhD in Finance and PhD in Management Science and Analytics. These are open to both full-time students as well as part-time students. Now, one thing that you notice when I was going through this list is the number of programs with an asterisk after it. Those are all what we call as STEM designated programs. So they're equal to a science and engineering degree in their STEM content and as defined by the US Department of Homeland Security. So international students who come to our on-campus programs, which are STEM designated, get 3 years of optional practical training, which is a great value for them to stay here in the United States for 3 more years after graduation, get some experience, and then go back home. So the reason why we have so many programs, graduate programs that are STEM designated is an excellent evidence. The fact that we have so many STEM designated programs is evidence that we are a very technology focused business school, unlike most other business schools around. Next page, please. All right, let's take a quick deep dive into the MBA program. So like a lot of other programs in our school, our MBA is also a tech-focused MBA. You can almost call it like a tech MBA. And the program is designed for experienced working professionals who are leading, busy lives and who wish to advance their careers. All of these courses that we offer on Coursera are obviously online and asynchronous, but we do have live sessions, a certain number of live sessions, depending upon the number of credits for each course. So you can have a live synchronous interaction with the faculty. We also, in addition, offer weekly office hours where you can have a synchronous interaction with the professors, as well as the teaching assistants. We provide a great deal of support to our students through our teaching assistants and through our advising staff. Now, the exciting feature of our MBA program on Coursera is that we offer what is called as performance-based admission. I think we will discuss this a bit later, but this is an excellent benefit for those of you who are very, very busy, but who like to pursue an MBA. You don't have to apply formally for the MBA program. You just start taking courses, and based on your performance in those courses, you could gain admission into the MBA program. We also have another exciting feature in our MBA program called credits for prior learning. If you have done certificates in the past, say a Google project management certificate, you can get 3 credits within our MBA program. So from 36 credits, you drop down to 30 credits. So we'll again talk about that a bit later. The program itself is 36 credits long. And these are broken down into pathway courses, which are 3 credits. These are the courses that we use for performance-based admission. And then we have core courses, which are 21 credits, and then specialization courses, which are another 12 credits. So together, you need to complete 36 credits to graduate with our MBA. Next, please. The pathway courses, these are all 1 credit courses. These are the first courses that you need to take. You'll be taking a course in competitive strategy, a course in managerial economics, and a course in mastering Excel essentials. These deal with different skill sets within the MBA program, and so it's like an examination of how well how competent you are in these skills that leads us to give you admission into the MBA. Next. A number of our core courses, including Innovation and International Strategy, Business Economics and Game Theory, Comprehensive Excel Masterclass, Financial Statement Applications, Leadership and Organizational Design, Marketing Strategy, Operations and Process Management, and Digital Transformation. These are all compulsory courses that you have to take as part of the curriculum. Once again, you see a very heavy tech focus in all of these courses, and they prepare you for the challenges of the 21st century technology-driven marketplace. Next, please. We also offer 3 specializations. One is the Business and Technology specialization, a Business Analytics specialization, a Quantitative Finance specialization. You may have heard that we only launched this program about a year ago, last fall. So we have the Business and Technology specialization all complete and ready to go. We are still in the process of developing these other 2 specializations. So depending upon when you wish to graduate from the program, some of these specializations may not be available to you. We guarantee that you can graduate with a Business and Technology specialization. So that is not a worry. Next, please. Just to give you an understanding of the kind of courses that you might be taking in this Business and Technology specialization, which is 12 credits. Each course, there are 4 courses. Each one of them is 3 credits. So you have to take artificial intelligence in business, new technology ventures, digital marketing, and a course that we are really excited about. It's like a capstone experience, transformational change in a tech-driven marketplace. How do you manage the transformational change that is happening, the rapid change that is happening in this kind of a technology-driven environment? We have an industry expert who has been a CEO and has had many years of experience managing change and leading change, who will be teaching that course. Next, please. Now, like I said, we have industry professors, and that is something that we have always emphasized. These are people who are in very senior management positions, who have had 20, 30 years of experience, who are experts in their disciplines and fields that they will be teaching. The names that I have indicated in bold: Rob Nelson, Jeffrey Berg, Nick Kopp, John Walden, Ketan Patel. These are all people who are experts, industry experts, and they offer various courses. They work with the full-time faculty, the academic faculty. Now, I should clarify that even the academic faculty have come in with a great deal of industry experience. Like myself, I was in industry for 6-7 years before I got into my PhD program. So it's the same thing with other people on this list. So the general approach of all our faculty is we emphasize theoretical rigor, which is very important. But then we balance it with practical relevance. So you get a very healthy balance between rigor and relevance in all our courses. Okay. So that is where I stop. And I'll, of course, be very happy to take questions from all of you, later on. I'll turn it back to Paige.
Thank you, Krishna. I will hand it over to Ada to talk about Coursera.
Well, I appreciate that very much. Good questions coming through the Q&A session, so excited to get started with that soon. But just to give a quick recap on the information I provided earlier, I am an enrollment counselor with Coursera, so I'll be happy to go over the program's details, any questions you may have. I see a lot of questions coming through in regards to prior learning credits from professional certificates. So this is an area I will definitely be able to assist. If you don't mind switching over the slide for me. Like Professor Ermili explained, the process to enroll in the MBA program is simply performance-based. So you do have to go through the specific pathway courses to receive acceptance into the program, which eliminates a lot of the roadblocks that most of us, may face when joining a business degree with certain credits that, of course, were not completed during the undergrad, perhaps. You can bypass those issues by submitting your registration to the pathway courses, as long as you do, of course, have a completed bachelor's degree or an undergrad degree, which is one of the main requirements to participate in the program. Next slide, please. Now, like I mentioned, the pathway courses are pretty much substituting the application process in general. So letters of recommendation, essays, statement of goals, things of that nature will not be required. You do have to complete the pathway courses successfully with a B grade. It's like a 3.0 or an 80% individually, of course, to be officially accepted into the program. And once you have completed that, then you're good to go. Everyone is welcome from any, previous experience, any bachelor's degrees that do not need to be in business. Everyone is welcome to join this program once they submit that registration for the pathway courses. Next one, please. The process is extremely simple, by the way. The registration itself is handled by the Illinois Tech registration portal. You will complete a short registration form. It just has your name, address, uploading your evidence of your bachelor's degree will be required during this process. And you will then select which of the pathway courses you wish to get started with. You do have to complete the 3 courses to participate in the program, but you do not need to take them all at the same time. If it's easier to manage the workload with just 1 course at a time, you are welcome to do that. Once you have completed these courses, then you can move on to additional courses in the program until completing all 36 credits required for graduation. Next one. Now, on the screen, you have the list of professional certificates that, may count as credit towards the program. Once again, the maximum allowed of credits for prior learning is 3 credits. Any one of these certificates will work. In this case, they're all worth the exact same, which is 3 credits. So technically, you only need 1 certificate in order to take advantage of this benefit. The submission of the request, perhaps, for the prior learning credits or these certificates cannot be submitted until you're officially in the program. So you must complete the pathway courses first, receive acceptance from the university, and then submit your request for credit. But it is a great opportunity to advance in the program and bring some savings to your pocket. The cost of the program is $417 per credit. That is US dollars, of course, and 3 credits that you could potentially receive from certificates brings a savings of $1,250 of that $15,000 tuition. I'm happy to go over this process, of course, in detail, answer additional questions. So scan that QR code to schedule a meeting directly with me. I will be sharing my calendar link momentarily on the chat as well. And I'll be happy to help. There's the QR code once again. I will share it on the chat just in case you missed it. But stay tuned for the Q&A session.
Which will happen right now. Thank you very much, Ada. Thank you very much, Krishna. We have had several questions, and I tried to save a few, but it looks like we're just gonna get through these as quickly as we can. Okay, so the first one is, are full-time studies supposed to be 1 year or 2 years, and how many semesters is that? So it is possible to complete the MBA on Coursera within 1 year, which would be 3 courses or 9 credits per term. And we have 6 terms per semester, per year, I should say. So that would be considered full-time. However, if that is a bit too strenuous for you, you can absolutely space it out a little more and stretch it up to 2 years. Krishna, I will pass this question to you. What form of academic assistance and guidance is provided to online students?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, although the Coursera MBA program itself is entirely online and asynchronous, we have every course, we have excellent assistants. The faculty will be happy to assist on questions, but more importantly, I think on a regular basis, we have these weekly office hours. You can pop in and interact with the teaching assistant and go over your questions. And if there are questions that the teaching assistant is a highly qualified person who understands the subject matter quite well and is able to answer most of these questions with authority. In case the teaching assistant is unable to answer a particular question, he or she will escalate that question to the professor, and you will get the answer. If necessary, the faculty will be able to set up a one-on-one with you to go over the questions. We also have an MBA support group that provides guidance mostly on curriculum issues, on scheduling issues. They're like advisors, professional advisors. So you have some significant support both on the curriculum side as well as on the administrative side, on advising and things like that. Go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, we have some questions from a former Chicago Kent graduate. Welcome back. They are asking, are all MBA classes on Coursera, or is it just the pathway courses? They're all available on Coursera, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Ada, this may be a question for you. Can a student get a Coursera certificate for the classes where they're earning the MBA credit?
Can a student get a certificate for the classes while taking courses in the program?
I believe they're referring to that certificate you can get where it says, I took this class on Coursera. Can they still get that if they're earning credit?
So two different things, not to mix
Okay.
them at all. The certificate only indicates you have completed modules related to the course as a non-credit student, non-degree seeking student, okay? So these courses that you see on our platform right now are non-credit. You go through all of the modules, you do receive a certificate, so it becomes a part of your educational history and your educational journey as a Coursera student. But in order to receive credit for what you completed officially by the university and eventually graduate with your MBA degree, you still have to submit a registration form. You still have to pay the tuition fees for the course, plus complete additional content and exams that the professor will add after the submission is complete. I hope that answers that question. And whoever answered, I'm sorry, I don't have the question in front of me. If you're confused with this process, please don't feel bad. Schedule a time with me and I can explain further.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Will students have the opportunity to interact with other students throughout the program? If I'm not mistaken, there is a Slack channel that they can join and interact with other students through those means. And then how are the class assessments graded? Who grades them? My understanding with that is it's going to depend on the course and the instructor, and they are graded either automatically or by the instructor. Is that correct, Krishna?
Yes. So let me clarify this. We have a number of assessments that are multiple choice type of closed-ended tests that are automatically graded by the system. And then there are open-ended assessments. These are called as staff-graded assignments. They will be done, depending upon the course you take and the faculty member in charge. Either the faculty member themselves are likely to grade these assignments. But as you know, with Coursera, we have scaled up quite a lot. So it is quite likely that a staff member, particularly a teaching assistant, is assisting the professor. Ultimately, the professor reviews all of the grades and has significant inputs into what your grade ultimately is likely to be. But there is assistance from the teaching assistants as well.
Excellent. Okay, here's another question for you, Krishna. Since technology is changing so fast, how is the curriculum and the content kept up to date?
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in this. I have not taught a course with the same syllabus twice in the last 20, 25 years. Every single time I show up for a course, either on campus or online, I update it with the latest developments that are going on and how they're affecting businesses. And my colleagues do the same thing. We frequently refresh our syllabus and our course content and our readings and our assignments. So we sure that you get the absolute latest, cutting edge insights into how management is undertaken, because of that rapid change that you're talking about. So rest assured that we are constantly monitoring technology trends, other kinds of trends that are happening in the business world, and we are updating our syllabus and our course content accordingly. Thanks.
Excellent. And the other question this student had was, are there any live sessions that they have access to?
Yes.
I think
So
they're
we
talking
do
about live
have,
courses.
every course has live sessions, depending upon the number of credits. If it's a 1 credit course, typically 1 credit course lasts about three weeks, and they have one live session at least. 2 credit courses typically have at least 2 live sessions over a period of about 5 weeks. And if it's a 3 credit course, typically there would be at least 3 live sessions during the 8-week period that we run the 3 credit course. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to meet and interact with the faculty member. Now, the challenge for us has been finding a particular time slot that is convenient for everyone. Because our students are dispersed across so many different time zones, and we have both US-based students as well as international students, it's a challenge to find a common time slot that is convenient for everyone. So what we do is we have a live session scheduled either late morning here or late evening, but then for those of you who are not able to make it, not able to attend, we record all our live sessions and post them on the Coursera website. So you will be able to participate in these live sessions regardless of the time zone and your ability to attend these live sessions.
Perfect. Okay, we have an interesting question here. They're curious about how many credits would be equivalent to either a 15-hour study load or an 18-hour study load. I keep forgetting this. How many hours are they recommended to set aside for 1 credit per week?
That's a tough question because there is so much variation across across our students. Some take as little as for a 1 credit course, you can okay, let me get back to you with a simple formula here. For a 3 credit course, we recommend a total commitment of about 15 to 20 hours of workload.
Okay.
That is for a 3 credit course, right? That
Okay.
runs over 8 weeks. Okay, 3 credit course that runs over 8 weeks, you should be looking at about 15 to 20 hours of workload. That includes all the activities that are involved within the course and other types of engagement, like homework and assignments and any kind of team projects that you're involved in. But that would be the load. So if you're looking at a 1 credit course, you're probably looking at anywhere from 5 to 10 hours, 5 to 8 hours or so, approximately, over 3 weeks. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to read this one out. In today's world where small businesses and startups are gaining more significance, what differences in managing and launching these types of businesses compared to larger organization should be considered in MBA programs?
Can you repeat that, please, one more time? I don't
Yeah,
think I understood.
I'm not sure I understand either. What differences in managing small businesses and startups compared to larger businesses? Is that going to be something that's covered?
Yes, we do have a course called New Technology Ventures, which is really how do you develop a startup and how do you scale it up? How do you manage a newly established company? So that is where we get into a lot of the details of the challenges that entrepreneurs, we call these entrepreneurs as technopreneurs. These are entrepreneurs who develop a technology focused or a technology-based business, such as a digital business, an internet-based business. And so we look at all the challenges that these technopreneurs face, and we then talk about how to manage those challenges, how to start a business and how to grow your business and how to scale up, and what are the different challenges that companies or managers face or entrepreneurs face. So that is a course that we offer as part of the business and technology specialization, right? A lot of other courses that we offer take the or assume that you're managing a multinational company or a large company, and we look at the specific challenges that managers, executives face when you are managing a large multinational company like a Microsoft or an Apple. So you will get exposed to a range of these kinds of challenges and how to solve them as you go through the program. One other thing that I want to mention is a lot of big, large companies managing today, the big multinational companies are increasingly becoming entrepreneurial. And so they want the CEOs and the managers, senior managers, to have the same kind of skill sets that a small startup entrepreneur or a founder would have. So there is a term that we use that it's called intrapreneurs. So intrapreneurs are entrepreneurs who operate in large multinational or large organizations. And so you will get exposed as you move through the program to both the challenges facing entrepreneurs, intrapreneurs, and professional executives. Okay?
Okay. All right. If I have completed more than one Coursera certificate that's eligible for prior learning credit, do I get to choose which one I want to apply? Um,
Yes, I think that is the case, yes.
yes, absolutely. I do recommend you can either email us and ask which one, or just sort of pick one and we'll work with you on it. Ada, this is a good question for you. It looks like they have a previous Coursera account. So do they need to create their Illinois Tech student account with the same email address?
Preferably, that's correct. That will make the linking process a lot smoother for your courses to actually work and transfer correctly.
Perfect. Okay. Krishna, so we have a student who is interested in leadership roles, and they want to know what would be a good skill that they could learn through this MBA program to prepare them for those leadership roles.
So we have a couple of courses that teach you exactly that. We have MBA 506, which is Leadership and Organizational Design. It's taught by Smriti Anand. Smriti has, before she moved into the academia, she had 10 to 12 years of leadership experience in companies like Motorola. So she brings a wealth of experience in identifying leadership challenges in these kinds of environments and how to go about tackling. Of course, things like leadership styles, and also, of course, people management. One of the challenges that most technology professionals have is managing people. So you will learn a lot of technology, people management skills, soft skills, emotional, EQ type of skills. So that is one course. The other course is as you manage, as you assume a leadership role in many organizations today, the change is a huge challenge, because you have to move your organization through radical change in a very short period of time as technology evolves and as globalization intensifies, and you start seeing a large number of competitors suddenly popping up from different parts of the world with very different business models. So there is a great deal of change happening outside, and your organization has to adapt to this radical, oftentimes drastic change through change leadership skills. You need to have very strong skills, and you will learn that in MBA 522. Again, it's taught by John Walden, who was doing change management in a large organization for many, 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 many years, and he's an expert in this area. So those are some of the skill sets that you need to have if you want to be a leader in the 21st century.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Krishna, you don't have to answer this one if you're not able to. We have a student who is wondering when the business analytics specialization will be ready.
Right. Thank you very much for that question. We are trying to do what we can to speed up the course development process, but we're dealing with, you won't believe it. No, those of you who have not developed courses, you have been students, you don't understand how much time, energy, and effort is required to develop a single course on Coursera. It's an incredible amount of effort. So we are doing what we can to speed up the process, but at this point, I cannot give you a very specific date as to when this course, this specialization will be ready. Hopefully within, unless you want to graduate by May 2025, if you are able to stick around till May 2026, maybe we would have it ready by then. Sorry, I cannot give you any more specific, particulars about when we will launch that specialization, but we are doing our level best to accelerate the process.
Excellent. All right, we have one student who's curious if any courses in accounting would ever become available within the MBA program. Is that in the works?
We have a course called MBA 501, financial statement applications, which is essentially an accounting course. And it is a core course. So everybody takes that course. It's taught again by one of our best professors in the business school, who has had a lot of industry experience before he joined the academia. So you can look forward to taking that course and developing some really wonderful skills in accounting and financial statements and related financial management skills.
Excellent. Is there any certification that's offered from any classes like PMP or Six Sigma?
Within the curriculum, within our MBA?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
we don't have anything along those lines, although we do recognize, I believe in Google, there is a project management certificate that we recognize as equivalent to an MBA course, and we offer 3 credits of prior learning. So that is the extent to which we can go within the MBA program. We do have an MS in project management that we offer on campus here at Illinois Tech, but it's not part of this MBA program.
Okay. We have one student who is asking, do they need to have Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, Excel, those kinds of softwares installed on their personal computer?
That would be, yes. I think those things would be useful because you are doing assignments and assessments, and it would always help to have a basic Microsoft Office software.
Awesome. Oh, I think I know the answer to this one, but Krishna, maybe you know. Does Illinois Tech offer subscriptions to Microsoft as part of their sort of student package?
You know, I'm stumped. I'm not sure whether that is available to students on a. Do you know?
Okay.
This is something that we have just Microsoft 365 is now available to faculty and staff.
Mhm.
And I think it's also available to students on campus. I don't know whether it is available to the Coursera MBA students. Do you know? Or we can check and we can get back to them.
Okay, sounds good. I'm not sure. I think it is, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, we can come back. We can check and come back on that. That's a great
Okay.
question, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for that great question.
It is a great question indeed. I was going to suggest, Paige, if you don't mind dropping your email in the chat when you have some time.
Yeah.
Maybe the learner can circle back on that.
Yep, doing that right now.
Thank you much.
Of course. So we have one question that's asking, what will the students study in the artificial intelligence course specifically?
It's, you know, it's a course that was built for business students. So it doesn't really get into a lot of the technology aspects, the technical aspect, the coding. Let me put it this way. It doesn't require any coding skills. The focus is very heavily on understanding what artificial intelligence is and how artificial intelligence can be applied to solve business problems. So it is. It doesn't require technical skills. It's not a type of course that is offered in a computer science program, for example. This is deliberately created. What do managers need to know about artificial intelligence? What does the CEO need to know about artificial intelligence? How do you go about improving your productivity as a manager, as a CEO? How do you improve your innovation within the organizations using artificial intelligence as a manager, as a CEO? So it's that type of course. It's called we should actually call it artificial intelligence in business rather than in computer science or computer engineering or one of those engineering or science or technology programs.
Awesome. Okay, we've got one student with a hard-hitting question. What is the main difference between Illinois Tech's MBA compared to those of Yale, MIT, and Stanford?
We are better.
Yeah, we are better.
That is the difference. We are better. As I said, we are a small school. We have always been a small school. We are more like a boutique, a specialty store, rather than a big mass market retailer like Walmart or. And we have always focused on technology, analytics, data-driven decision making. The great thing about us is, compared to all those other schools that you just talked about, we are very nimble, very small and very nimble. The amount of change that has happened in our curriculum is just mind-blowing. I don't think MIT, Yale, or any of those other schools have changed to the same level. One secret I want to share with you in business schools is the same professor who goes to the classroom and talks about the need to change, how we need to be nimble, how we need to be fast in responding to market changes that are going on. When it comes to their own their own course, they are extremely reluctant to make changes because it's such a hassle to change, to revise your own course. So you see that in many of these programs, the curriculum doesn't get updated as quickly as needed. We are not like that. We are very flexible. We are very responsive to what is going on outside. We are very nimble. We are like a startup. Think about that. Those are all multinational companies, large multinational companies with thousands and thousands of employees and spread all over the world. And you can imagine like an IBM. We are more like a small startup, a Silicon Valley-based startup. And so we respond to market changes much more quickly. So here is what I can guarantee you. All our courses are far better, much more current, much more contemporary than any of the courses, any of the other programs that you can think about. All right. And because we are small, our faculty tend to be very responsive. You will get a lot, especially our on-campus programs, but also online. You will see that our faculty take a lot of individual personal interest in you and your progress, your education. And so that is the kind of educational experience you cannot get anywhere else. That is the big difference.
Excellent. All right. Any other questions?
I just wanted to invite everyone to join the office hours meeting I will be hosting next week on the 10th. It is scheduled for 2 p.m. Central Time. This way we can keep on, diving into these questions and more on a one-on-one basis. So everyone welcome to join. The link has been in the chat, so register.
Register. Okay, well, I think we can go ahead and call it there. So thank you everybody so much for your time and attention. Thank you,
Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you, Ada, for your expertise.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we look forward to seeing you all soon.
Yeah.
Have a
In
great
my
day.
class. Thank
Exactly.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.